What's up, Archons? I'm Flightless Pheasant, and I'm on vacation, which is why I don't have my normal green screen behind me, and why it took me a minute to put out an update on the Certain Darkness announcement that we got from Ghost Galaxy today. So this is the summer event, which it's more like fall event, looks like, because it's going to be September and October. But it looks really interesting, and I definitely want to talk about it. I already read the article and associated materials, so I already have an idea of what we're diving into. But I definitely want to talk to you guys about it, because, oh my gosh, there's so much to talk about here. So let's start at the beginning with the article. So, Certain Darkness descends. Status Report 13. Field Team 87. Anomaly Site 109, quote, Dark G. Initial tests inconclusive. Anomaly continues to exhibit some characteristics comparable to a Lorenzian traversable wormhole. Sutterkin ordered Phase 2 initiated at 9:00 local time. Exploratory probes deployed. Okay, so I love the in-lore flavor text, so it sounds like they found some kind of portal, and it's a little unstable, a little bit weird, and they're kind of poking around at it. Looks like Logos is probably the ones involved, because we got Sutterkin's name dropped. So that's interesting. Darkness descends on the Crucible. Starting in September of 2025, players and their local game stores will have the opportunity to face a new and existential threat to the Crucible, known only as the Darkness. This is the second organized play event offering players a chance to directly change the world of KeyForge forever. No one knows what the Darkness wants, only that it is driven to consume and twist all those in its path. Some seek to fight it. Others try to harness it as a useful, if dangerous, tool. But even the Archons, powerful as they are, can succumb to its will if they aren't careful. Will you fight the threat of the Darkness, or harness its power for your own ends? I love these pictures. These look super duper cool. I like how it's just sort of this like dripping ichor kind of thing. I don't know, it looks really good. Embrace Darkness. This single-day event will run at local game stores around the world starting in September of 2025. Reporting for the event will conclude on October 31st of 2025, with the results of the event announced at the KeyForge Celebration. So just like last year, they're going to announce it at KeyForge Celebration. Looks like we're going to have a shorter window this time, so it's only going to be September through October. I'm going to contact my LGS. We're probably going to do ours in October just because of planning and scheduling and getting everything worked out. It would probably just be better for us if we just do it a little bit later. But I'm excited. This sounds really interesting. So let's dive into it a little bit deeper, because they've got to learn more there, and this is where things get extra spicy. Oh, look at that animated graphic. Oh, it wasn't animated on my phone. This looks so cool. Look at the dripping ichor. Oh, that's so cool. Okay. Threats to the Crucible emerge. So it's the same flavor text we saw earlier. Starting September 2025, Ghost Galaxy invites KeyForge fans to visit a participating local retailer to continue the story of KeyForge with Certain Darkness. In this special event, players will encounter and attempt to control a powerful new threat to the Crucible, a mysterious, extra-dimensional entity known only as the Darkness. Events are expected to run any time between September to October 31st of 2025. Events running outside of this time period will be ineligible to report results. So what do we know about any of this, right? Look at this stuff, though. It's super, like, ichory and drippy and scary and, like, shadowy, and looks like it's possessing people. Darkness. Harness power in the Darkness. No one knows what the Darkness wants, only that it is driven to consume and twist all those in its path. Some seek to fight it, others try to harness it as a useful, if dangerous, tool. But even the Archons, powerful as they are, can succumb to its will if they aren't careful. Retailers that participate in the event will receive a kit containing an even assortment of Darkness pods. Each Darkness pod will be 12 cards representing this creeping corruption. These pods will include never-before-seen cards. One event kit is required for every 6 players. One event kit for 6 players. Looks like each event kit's going to have 6 of these Darkness pods. Yeah, 6 of these Darkness pods. The event will be played using a sealed format with a special rule. Each player will purge 1 card from each house in their deck and replace them with 3 Darkness cards. I don't know if these cards are chosen at random. I don't know if I get to pick them, but 3 of my cards, 1 from each house, are going to go away right before the event even starts, and I'm going to take 3 cards, I assume, out of the 12 cards of Darkness in my Darkness pod that I get, and I'll put those in. Once their deck is crafted, each player will play 3 games against various opponents. So it looks like it's going to be, you got to play 3 games to make this work. During the game, both players will feel the powerful effects of the darkness as more cards enter their deck and more of their house cards are purged. So the darkness cards are going to replace the other cards in your deck little by little across these 3 games. Each certain darkness event at a participating retailer will be held over 1 day and feature the organizer's choice of match pairings, including round robin or Swiss style, depending on the number of players you got and how you want to do it. Retailers may run multiple single-day events if desired. You can do it several times. You just have to do it in the right window. They're not legal for sanctioned tournament play. These are just going to be like the house pods we got for the summer event last year, where we got Rebels and Elders, but neither of them were usable because it was just 12 cards. Survival is the only victory. Victory is not the ultimate goal in the face of the darkness. All that matters is survival. Each of the great houses of the Crucible faces an existential threat that could eliminate them from the world forever. Players will report which houses had the most cards purged from their decks after each round. Event organizers will submit these results to Ghost Galaxy. Finally, Ghost Galaxy will tabulate and announce results at a future date. At least one house with the most purge cards across the entire event period will be destroyed. Destroyed houses will never grace the Crucible or KeyForge again, and their denizens may or may not find refuge among the other houses. That is huge. That is huge. Also, they gave us a couple of cards as examples. Black Razor, 3 power skirmish splash attack 3 after fight. For each creature destroyed in the fight, gain 1. Purge a friendly non-darkness creature or artifact. Shuffle a random card from your void into your deck, which I assume is going to be where your darkness cards are. So he's potent, but he's going to take something in return. Ooh, that's scary. Yeah, it sounds like these darkness cards are going to be really, really strong, but when you use them, you're going to lose cards out of your deck. Maybe the cards out of your opponent's deck, too. Man, this is scary. So the event kits are available for pre-order now. Retailers are invited to pre-order event kits to support their event by going to Ghost Galaxy's official website, located here. Please note, an approved Ghost Galaxy retailer account will be required to complete the purchase. For the moment, these kits will be English language only. We'll be working with our international partners to make these kits available in additional languages, but we cannot guarantee that all languages will be represented. So there's the retailer link. Find stores to play. They're going to put a store map at the bottom because they do that before, and they're going to do it again. Okay. Wow, you guys. So we have, in KeyForge right now, 14 houses if you don't count Uboros, because that hasn't come out yet. But if you count Uboros, 15. 15 houses in the game. Maybe Darkness will be its own house. If it is, I imagine their cards are going to get reworked considerably from whatever they look like in this event. So it's possible Darkness will just be replacing one of the houses. But, like, holy cow, guys. The stakes are so high. So high. And, like, the problem is there's not that many houses that I feel like we could lose and not feel it, you know? I mean, right now, Redemption's such a hot mess, I wouldn't feel too terrible about giving it up, which is unfortunate, because from a lore perspective, Redemption is this very interesting house that fills a very interesting kind of niche, except it doesn't, because none of the cards fill that niche, because we didn't decide to fill that niche. So I'm in this weird place where, like, that's probably the house that's on the top of my chopping block. If I get to pick which one goes, it's probably going to be the one I would pick. But at the same time, like, that would require a lot of people to play Redemption in this event, and I don't know what the limitations are on what pods you can use from what sets you can pull for the sealed event. I don't know what the limitations are on that. And in a weird way, it kind of incentivizes me to play houses I don't like, and it also seems like winning isn't really important. It seems like winning the game just ends the game so that we stop purging stuff from our decks. So, like, the reason we're trying to forge 3 keys is because we want the game to be over so that we're not purging any more stuff. It's just such a weird goal. I like it. I do. I really, really do. This is what I was hoping we would get something new and interesting for the summer event this year. I was really hoping we weren't going to get just another two houses clashing. This is cool. This is unique. You can eventually have 12 of these cards in your deck, so you'll have an entire darkness house. Like, this is wild. I like it a lot. I want more information. I want to see more sample cards. They may not give us more, though. This may be a thing that they want us to go into as blind as possible, which I think is not the worst thing in the world. That's actually kind of cool. Um, yeah. Put your thoughts down in the comments, guys. Are you excited for this event? Or are you afraid of it? Are you afraid of what this event might do? Of the houses we might lose? Of the consequences being just too heavy, too weighty? Or are you just excited? Are you ready to line up a house that you've always been disappointed with, put it on the chopping block, and cut its head off? Like, I don't know, man. This is scary. These are big, big stakes, but I like it so far. I want to try it. I want to get the kits. I want to send it to my LGS. I want to set up an event. I want to play a couple of these, actually. I might travel to other stores in my area to do this because, like, I have several other stores in my area that I could definitely do this at. Gosh, I don't know, man. This is super cool. Like, I wish they had turned this out a little bit faster so that it actually could have been the summer event instead of the fall event, which is what it's looking like it's going to be, and we could have had a little more time with it, perhaps, but I think it'll be fine. I'm not too worried about it. I wish we had a little more time with it, and I wish they turned around a little bit faster. But yeah, put your thoughts down in the comments. That's all I have for you today. I'm going to be traveling for the next like 2 weeks, so I'm not going to post anything unless there's really big news. I wasn't even going to talk about this until I started reading into it, and I was like, oh my god, I have to talk about this. I can't not talk about this. So, yeah, that's all I have for you today. So until next time, later, Archons.